is against the law.
If you ask me, fruitcake ought to be against the law. Once I broke a perfectly good front tooth on one of those horrid little coloured fruit thingies.
Jimmy likes fruitcakes, especially when they're soaked in a nice martini.
I'd like to soak these in arsenic and serve them up as a holiday treat to our little blonde brat Charity.
Jimmy doesn't think that's the Christmas spirit.
I don't recall asking you for your opinion. Or don't you care about being around to ring in the millennium?
Oh, yes, Tabitha, please. Jimmy can't wait for the Y2K disaster.
Yes, well, keep your comments to yourself. Now, this isn't going to take long. We're just dropping by the Bennetts so that we can make sure that Charity is going to the tree lighting ceremony with Miguel. Oh, what lovely symmetry. As the lights on the tree go on, Charity's lights go out. An early Christmas present for us, Timmy. And you said I had no holiday spirit. Huh. Yeah. Put your hat on.
Well, good morning, sleepyhead. You are just in time for a Bennett family tradition. Muffins, scones, hot chocolate, and decorating the Christmas tree.
Oh, everything looks so warm and homey. Oh, that stocking has my name on it.
Of course it does. You're part of the family.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
I do. Tell us which side of the tree should face the room.
What are you talking about? It looks great just the way it is.
Well, I think the fuller part should face the outside.
Well, you'd have to find out sooner or later, Charity. Being a member of this family isn't always lollipops and roses. Sometimes things could get downright ugly. Tell you what, why don't you decide which way we should face the tree?
Oh, well, it is a big responsibility, but...
You are the one. Charity, be careful. You are the one. Charity, you are the one.
No, not again. Oh, it looks lovely.
Remember this, Mother?
Oh, how could I forget? You made it for me the first Christmas you were back from prep school.
Yeah, I guess it can be told now. Blair helped me make it.
I always suspected as much, but it didn't make me love it any less. Nice to see you in such good spirits.
Well, I've thought up a way to convince Gwen that I love her and not Teresa.
I still can't fathom how Gwen could entertain such an outrageous idea.
It's not all her fault. And lately, it seems like every time Gwen walks in on me, she's found me in a compromising-looking position with Teresa.
And they were all accidents?
Absolutely. But Gwen doesn't buy it. I mean, she honestly believes that Teresa is trying to steal me away from her.
As if she could. So how are you going to change Gwen's mind?
She's agreed to go with me to the Christmas tree lighting tonight.
Oh, and you've made certain that Teresa's not going to be there.
Oh, exactly the opposite. Teresa will be there with the mystery boy she has a crush on. And once Gwen sees both of them together, she'll realize that Teresa does have her heart set on someone, but it's not me.
It's beautiful, Mama. When did you have time to do it all?
Well, I couldn't sleep last night. It helped me keep my mind off things.
You mean Luis and what he's been doing in New Mexico?
I'm so afraid he's going to walk through those doors with your father in handcuffs.
It can't be Luis. He needs the key.
Good morning, Pilar. Teresa.
Hi, Hank.
You heard from Luis?
Just that his plane's about to land in Harmony any minute now, so.
Did he say anything about his father?
No, he just wanted me to tell you that he was coming home. I'm on my way to the airport to get him right now, so try not to worry, okay?
Thanks, Hank.
Where the hell's Charles? I told him to have the limo here when we arrived.
We're early. We made better time than I expected.
Oh, well, thanks for the flight. Both ways.
You're welcome.
Oh, sorry, we won't be able to give you a ride home, Luis, but it's a little out of the way for us. I have things to attend to.
That's ridiculous.
No problem. Thanks for picking me up here.
If you're sure.
Yeah. Damn, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break that.
It's all right, Luis. I mean, you pushed me out of the way when your father pulled that gun. You were only trying to save my life.
Well, still, I'll get you a new one.
Sharon, as if you could afford it, Alistair gave you that. It's antique silver. It's priceless.
What?
Nothing. Thanks anyway. But I never really cared for it that much anyhow.
I'm going to see if I can find Charles. Are you coming, Sheridan?
I'll catch up. Look, Luis, there's something I've been meaning to say to you since Santa Fe. But I haven't been able to find the right time to. And now that we're about to say goodbye...
You look so serious. What is it?
It's about you. How I feel about you.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Morning.
Good morning, Miguel. You're finally awake. I'll make you some breakfast.
Oh, no thanks, Mama. I don't want anything. Besides, you must be tired. I saw the light on here pretty late last night.
Why didn't you come in?
I had a feeling you wanted to be alone. You okay?
Sí, claro que sí. And why were you up so late?
I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about what Charity went through at the church last night.
Well, we were there. What happened?
Well, it was after you and Mama left. Charity got locked in the basement with a bunch of angel statues.
Oh, my God.
That's weird.
Yeah, and that's not the half of it. She thought the statues were whispering her name, that they wanted her to do something.
Pobrecita.
It really freaked her out. I mean, then when we finally found her, the statues started moving. Like they were pointing in her direction. I mean, everybody saw it.
Oh, it sounds like poltergeist or something.
Luckily, Chief Bennett was there, and he was able to figure out what was going on. I guess there was a crack in the floor, and that's what made the statues move. But the whole thing really shook Charity up.
I don't blame her. No way am I ever going down that basement again.
Oh, Teresita, don't be silly. There's no safer place in the world than God's house. Your father loved St. Margaret Mary's. He would go there every Saturday for confession and on Sundays to receive communion.
Mama, don't do this to yourself.
Christmas time was your father's favorite time of the year. He loved to decorate the house, and no matter how much I scolded him, he would spend every last penny he had to buy you presents.
I wish I could remember more about him, Mama.
Well, you were both so young when... But don't doubt for a moment that his family meant everything to him. Do you understand me? As worried as I am about what your brother will do if he finds his father, there's a part of me that would do anything, anything, to see him again.
I feel bad about what happened in Santa Fe.
Oh, you mean finding out my old man's really a lowlife who walked out on his family? Don't give it another moment of thought.
Look, Luis, don't act like it doesn't matter. I know it must hurt.
I just can't believe he's so completely different than the image I had of him as a kid.
And you're absolutely certain that it's him.
Now, look, all the evidence is circumstantial. But everything I've seen and heard in New Mexico says that this creep is my father.
Even though you didn't recognize him?
I was just a kid when he took off. He didn't have a beard back then. He was totally clean-shaven. But your brother recognizes him right off. Well, even though I don't trust Julian Crane as far as I can throw him, his memory as an adult carries more weight than mine as a child.
How are you going to break the news to your mother?
Beats me. I mean, how do I tell her that the man that she loved, married, and had children with is nothing more than a gun-toting, gutless drunk I mean, if I can hardly accept it, how's she ever gonna believe it?
Let me go with you.
It's the angel ornament, isn't it?
It reminded you of last night?
Charity, you gotta believe me. There's nothing supernatural about the angel statues in the church last night. It was a water pipe leak that cracked the floor, and that's what made them move.
But what about the voices?
Good morning, all. Oh, sorry to barge in, but someone left the front door open.
I hadn't realized. Well, welcome, Tabitha.
Oh, thank you, Grace. I heard what happened to dear Charity in the church basement last night, and I wanted to offer my sympathies. Oh, it must have been most upsetting, dear. So I ran home and made a fruit cake to cheer you up. Well, I hope you like them.
Thank you, Tabitha. You didn't have to do that.
No, pish-tosh. What are neighbours for? Now you'll know to be more careful when you go inside a church. They're dangerous places.
Tabitha?
Thanks for the offer, Sheridan. This is something I gotta do myself.
But your mother...
Yeah, it's gonna be tough on her. But she needs to know the truth. That the man she knew, or thought she knew, isn't coming home.
I just keep thinking about how strongly she defended him. No matter what Julian said about your father embezzling money from Crane Industries, she just wouldn't have any of it.
Well, she never saw the side of him we did in Santa Fe. He had guilt written all over his face. That damn creep never deserved a decent woman like my mother.
For good grief, Sheridan. I can't imagine what more you and Officer Lopez Fitzgerald could possibly have to discuss after you spent all that time together in New Mexico. Charles has the car outside. We're waiting to leave. You coming or not?
Welcome home. Sorry to keep you waiting, man.
No problem, buddy.
Hank, I don't think you've met my brother Julian. Julian, this is Hank Bennett.
Bennett.
That's right. I'm Sam's brother.
How nice for you. I'm leaving, Sheridan.
I'm coming.
Hey, wait. About that date you owe me.
I haven't forgotten. Give me a call. Good luck, Lois. If you need anything.
I'll let you know.
Just how low in the food chain have you descended in your search for a dating partner?
I think I'm in love, man.
Will you both be going to the tree lighting ceremony?
Well, I have to, Mama. I'm on the school committee. Unless you want me to stay home with you.
No, of course not. It's Christmas time. I want you to have fun. I want my family to be happy.
There's only one thing that'll make Teresa happy. If Ethan Crane's there.
Well, I saw him last night at church. We were all alone. Just the two of us.
It's extraordinary.
What is?
The colors in your eyes. It's like deep brown and specks of gold.
Really?
And more subtle colors. It's like looking at a Monet.
I could tell that Ethan wanted to kiss me, but he still hasn't admitted to himself that he is in love with me and not Gwen.
Teresita, I am warning you. Ethan is committed to Gwen, and he's not going to let her go so easily.
I can be patient for as long as I have to, Mama. Anyway, Ethan's not going to be at the tree lighting ceremony tonight, and I am glad because he thinks I'm going to be there with my boyfriend.
What boyfriend?
That's the problem. He doesn't know that he's the love of my life, and I am not ready for him to find out.
What about you, my son?
I would, but I've got tickets to a concert tonight for me and Charity. I mean, after last night, I don't know if Charity's gonna be up for it, but I'll stop by there and check up on her.
Oh, good. You can take Mrs. Bennett the ornament I made.
Well, I better get going, too. Mrs. Crane wanted me to be there early this morning, so I'll call you, Mama.
You know, I probably shouldn't wish you good luck with Ethan, but it's nice to see you smiling.
Let's just hope she continues to smile.
Stop worrying about me, Mama, and you take care of yourself. And tell Charity I said hey.
I will.
Bye.
Bye.
I can imagine how that sounded. Of course, I didn't mean churches in general are dangerous places.
Well, I hope not.
Oh, no, goodness, no. Oh, churches are the dwelling places of the Lord.
I've always felt so safe in any church I've ever been in. They're such a peaceful refuge from the stress of the world.
No, yes, I couldn't agree more. No, but what I meant was that Father Lonergan's church is a bit of a hazard right now because of the weak foundation. Well, I mean, Charity could have been hurt last night.
Well, I'm going to see that they get on those repairs right away. Even so, I think the church is safe. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, it's nice of you to be concerned about Charity, though.
Nice save, Princess.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Tabitha. You can help us decorate the tree.
Hey. Oh, I don't think so, Grace.
Oh, well, why not?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm allergic.
To Christmas ornaments? I've never heard of such a thing.
No, I know it sounds odd, but, well, everybody has one thing or another a bit strange about them, don't they?
Yes, of course, we all do.
No, it's all right if I don't get too close. You carry on and decorate your pretty tree, don't mind me.
If you say so.
I do hope you're still going to the tree lighting ceremony tonight.
Well, I don't have anything better to do, so...
Wonderful. And is the other girl going to be there? You know the one I mean, the rival to your young man's affections.
I think so, but I'm not sure yet.
Oh, well, you ought to find out. When Santa names you the prettiest girl in Harmony, you're entitled to pick the boy you want to light the tree with you.
Well, what good will come of that?
Well, I'm certain that when the time comes, he'll take a second look at you, and then he'll never look at your competition again.
Do you think so?
I have a sixth sense about these sort of things.
Wow. Thanks, Tabitha. Maybe you're right.
I usually am, dear. That floor's strong enough to hold 2 caskets. Because by midnight tonight, Miguel and Charity will be lying in them side by side.
So, Charity, are you going to the tree lighting ceremony tonight? Oh, I heard about it. It sounds like fun.
Very good. Time to dig out my black funeral dress. Hope it doesn't smell too much like mothballs.
I would love to go, but Miguel's taking me to a rock concert. Not tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever been to one, and Miguel really wants to go, so I'll just see the tree lighting another year.
The hell she will. She's going tonight. And I do mean going.
Well, what happened in Santa Fe?
Oh, nothing much.
I am entitled to know, Julian. Pilar is much more than just our housekeeper. Did you find her husband or not?
Yes, we found Martin Fitzgerald.
The real one or an imposter?
I assume the real one. The fellow said his name was Martin Fitzgerald. I have no reason to doubt him. Louise certainly believes we found his father.
And where is he? Did you bring him back to Harmony?
No, we did not. The man disappeared.
What? You mean you finally found him and then you let him get away?
We didn't let him get away. He took off on his own after holding us all at gunpoint. A real class act, Pilar's ex.
I don't know what you and your father are up to, Julian, but I'm certain it's some unsavory act that you hatched years ago, and you're still trying to cover it up.
Such an imagination. You should try your hand at writing novels.
Don't play games with me, Julian. I want the truth.
Oh, so you think that I have a secret, and you want me to tell you what it is?
Yes. If not for my sake, then for Pilar's and Sheridan's.
Well, it's true. A husband and wife shouldn't keep anything from one another.
No, they shouldn't.
All right. You tell me your secret first, then I'll tell you mine.
I don't have any secrets from you, darling.
No, then neither do I.
I wanted to tell you what was going on before I left, but I mean, you were so caught up in all your plans to get away with Gwen, and I didn't want to burden you with my worries.
What were you worried about?
I discovered that Martin Fitzgerald disappeared the same night that I saw the body under the sheet in the living room.
Yeah, but I thought it was just a nightmare.
I know, and Julian tried to convince me that the body never existed, but when I heard the coincidence, I couldn't help but wonder.
Wait, you were afraid the body was Martin Fitzgerald's?
That I had killed Pilar's husband. That's why I had to go to Santa Fe, to see for myself if Martin Fitzgerald was there. Because I knew that if he was alive, then Julian was telling the truth, and I never killed anyone, and it was all just a nightmare.
Well, tell me, did you find him?
Yes, but he got away. Poor Luis. He's been through such hell.
Because of his father?
Well, not just that. I mean, having me along wasn't exactly a picnic. We got caught in a mudslide.
Oh my God, Sheridan, you all right?
I'm fine now, but at the time, Luis had to strip off all his clothes and get under the blanket to keep me warm.
He what?
Calm down, Ethan. I came down with terrible chills and a fever. Luis thought I was going to die. I mean, not only did he save my life, but he was a perfect gentleman. You know, I have to admire him. He showed great emotional strength dealing with his father.
Do I detect a softening where the bane of your existence is concerned?
Not at all. It's just that I saw another side to Luis. I mean, we're not even going to be friends after this.
Well, I'm glad that you finally put your nightmare to rest.
Me too. But I feel guilty. I mean, finding Martin Fitzgerald alive sets me free, but it means terrible things for Luis and his family.
Luis, please. Please tell me about Martin.
All right. If the man Sheridan and I found is my father, and I believe it was, then he's not coming back.
I don't understand. Did he ask about me? He must have said something.
I can't lie to you, Mama. He didn't ask about you, or anyone else in this family. He couldn't have cared less.
Then it couldn't have been Martin. Because he loved his family. How can you be so sure it was him?
Well, I wasn't 100% sure at first. He looks so different than I remembered. He's got this full beard now.
Well, then, it wasn't him.
He recognized me, Mama. He called me Luis.
Still.
And he dropped this out of his pocket. Now, I remember this night from when we used to go fishing together.
MF? Martin Fitzgerald. I gave this to your father one year for Christmas.
Look, I would do anything to bring you better news. You know, I wish that there was some way that I could explain why he left all those years ago, where he's been and why he hasn't come back.
At least he's alive and well.
Oh, how can you even care, Mama? I mean, when I tried to talk to him, to get the truth from him, he became violent and ran off. Now, Julian Crane is right about this, man. He is no good. He's a loser and a thief. And I am glad he is not part of our lives anymore.
Miguel, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Well, Charity told me earlier that you guys were going to a concert tonight.
Yeah, Mark Anthony. I got great seats.
Oh, no wonder she didn't want to say how she feels.
What do you mean?
Well, she really wanted to go to the tree lighting ceremony, but I guess she was afraid she'd disappoint you.
You're kidding. I mean, the only reason I bought the tickets was because I was sure she would have a great time. I'll ask her. I mean, if she doesn't want to go to the concert, we won't go.
No, don't.
Are you sure it was your old man? I mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, what if this guy you found killed your father and then took his ID?
I thought of that, Hank. I mean, yeah, there's a 1,000,000 to 1 chance that it wasn't my father. But if it was, why did he call me Louise?
All I know is that he loved you. He would have laid down his life for you, Luis.
Well, then I don't know what happened. Because nowadays he wouldn't do anything for anyone but himself.
I've got to go. We'll talk more tonight.
You mind if I use the phone? Someone owes me a date.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mama. Look, I broke something of Sharon's by accident. One of those little makeup thingies that women put powder in.
Her compact?
Yeah. You know where I can get another one? I mean, I'm sure that she could afford to buy a dozen of them, but, you know, I just feel like it's the right thing to do.
Try Lowell's downtown. They always seem to have nice ones.
Thanks, Mama. Hey, I love you.
I love you, Luis.
Still don't buy that Sheridan went all the way to New Mexico just for my mother. There's got to be something else to it.
Well, enough about me. I want to hear about your romantic getaway with Gwen, but stick to the PG-rated parts only.
I'm still not sure you want to hear about it.
Are you kidding? I'm dying to know. So, did you pop the big question?
Yeah, I did. But you turned me down.
I don't believe it. What's wrong with her?
It's not all her fault. By the time she showed up at the cabin, Teresa was already there. We were asleep in front of the fire.
Together?
Yes, but not the way you mean. But it looked pretty bad.
Well, what was Teresa even doing there?
My father had sent her up to the cabin to get me to sign some business papers. There was a bad snowstorm and she got stranded.
Did you explain this to Gwen?
Yeah, we tried. And it might have gone over better if she hadn't heard the part about me greeting Teresa in the buff.
Ethan!
Hey, you know, I mean, it was dark. I was expecting Gwen. Look, anyway, Gwen finally realized that she jumped to the wrong conclusions, and she came here to give me another shot. Teresa was rubbing my neck.
Don't tell me. Gwen must have gone ballistic.
She wouldn't listen to a thing I said. She tore out of here angrier than I'd ever seen her before. And when I finally caught up with her, I asked her to marry me again.
And that's when she turned you down. She must feel so terrible.
You know, normally she's so sane, but when it comes to Teresa, she just loses it. And she's convinced that Teresa's after me and that I'm falling for her.
Ethan, tell me the truth. Is it possible that Gwen's right?
hear about this cookie diet you're on, Tabitha?
You think I ate all Gracie's cookies?
Well, you must have. Unless it was that doll you have. Maybe I'll frisk him.
Good morning, Pilar.
Good morning, Mrs. Crane. Is that the invitation list for your party?
You know perfectly well it is. And if you're going to give me another lecture on why I shouldn't invite the Bennetts, don't waste your time.
It won't be a waste of time if I can stop you from doing something that could hurt you deeply. Please reconsider.
I've already given this a great deal of thought. And I am more certain than ever that this is exactly what I want to do.
The last time Sam Bennett was in this house, you almost blurted out your secret to him.
Didn't I make myself clear, Pilar? This is not open for discussion. I'm sorry. Tell me about your husband. Is it true they found him in New Mexico?
Well, Luis believes they did. But he disappeared before Luis could really talk to him, so there are still many unanswered questions.
Oh, Pilar. I can't imagine what you've been going through all these years wondering what happened to Martin.
I'll be all right. I have my faith in God, as well as the man I married.
You're still so in love with him.
Of course I am. I have questions, but I believe that everything happens for a reason, and ultimately for the best.
Oh, I wish I had that kind of faith.
In your husband?
In anything. I admire your strength so much.
Give yourself credit, Mrs. Crane. Where your son Ethan is concerned, I've never seen anyone with more determination.
I can't believe you'd ask a question like that, Sheridan. Of course I haven't fallen for Teresa. I love Gwen.
I thought so. I just wanted to hear you say it.
I just hope tonight puts an end to all her insecurities. I mean, once she sees Teresa with her boyfriend, she'll realize how crazy this all is and finally accept my marriage proposal. And we'll set a date, and it will be a great Christmas all around. Hello? Yeah, she's right here. It's for you. Hank Bennett.
Hi.
Hi. Listen, I hope you don't mind me tracking you down, but you didn't answer at the cottage, so I figured you stopped off in the main house.
That's exactly what I did.
You're probably tired after your trip, so I thought I'd seize the moment before you change your mind. Is there any chance you'd be up for an espresso at the book cafe?
You certainly don't waste any time, do you?
Not when it comes to you. Say yes, and I'll even throw in a chocolate eclair. What do you say?
Why not? I'll meet you there. Bye.
So what's going on with Hank Bennett?
He's nice, and we have a lot of fun when we're together. But that's it. It's all very casual, nothing heavy. I better get going. I want to change before I leave.
Okay. Have fun.
Thanks.
I'm glad you're back.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ethan.
Oh, hey, Teresa.
Hi.
Hey, that guy you like, he's gonna be at the tree lighting ceremony tonight, right?
That's right.
Great. Because I have a surprise for you.
Girls? Tabitha, you must be starving. Didn't you have any breakfast?
No. Oh, well, I've been trying to skip it.
You know better than that. Why don't you have something that I put out? I'm gonna try some of your fruitcake.
I can't wait for the concert tonight, Miguel.
I hope you really mean that, Charity. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Jimmy can't wait to get that Grace's Christmas goodies.
And Tabitha can't wait to get at Timmy.
I love surprises, Ethan. What is it?
Me. Gwen and I are going to the tree lighting ceremony tonight.
But you said
I
that...
thought it was the perfect way to convince Gwen there's no reason to be jealous of you.
I don't understand.
Well, see, once Gwen sees you with that boyfriend of yours, all her crazy fears about you will disappear.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for a ladies' compact.
I can tell you're not married, so this must be for your girlfriend.
No way, she's not my girlfriend.
Then who's it for? A friend?
I don't know, to tell you the truth, I don't know what she is to me.
Luis?
I've seen that look on a woman's face before.
Hank, I didn't see you come in.
It's how they look when they're thinking about a lover. Who is he? A boyfriend you miss?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Well, that's good news then. Maybe if I play my cards right, you'll let me apply for the job?
How long a trip is it from Chicago to Harmony?
Oh, ways. Don't you worry. You'll be there in plenty of time for the holidays.
And what a Christmas surprise I'm going to be. For a lot of people.
Ah, infernal answering machines. I hate these things. Father, it's Julian. I just thought you'd like to know. Mission accomplished. Sheridan and Luis believe that Martin Fitzgerald is Luis's father. Even better, the creep has disappeared into thin air. We'll never have to worry about him again.